It's new at 10 tonight. Farmington School District is unplugging from diesel and hitting the road with brand new electric buses. 5 News reporter Lauren Spencer takes us for a spin on these sweet new wheels.
You don't have to yell to hear the people you're talking to.
6 new rides are charged up and ready to roll in Farmington.
They're efficient. The drivers love them. The kids love them.
From the outside, it looks like your normal big yellow school bus. But on the inside, it's much quieter, it's high tech, and it releases 0 emissions.
They're not getting those fumes while they're around the buses, loading the buses. It just makes everything a little bit easier on our transportation department.
It's just the latest step in Farmington's energy playbook. Superintendent Jon Laffoon says the project builds on a long list of green ideas.
We also have our solar arrays and our solar farms, and we did a huge lighting project with LED lightings, and because of that, the district's kind of leading the way in Arkansas on sustainability.
These new wheels are already running regular routes. They can go about 150 miles on a single charge. The fleet was made possible by a $1.2 million jump start from the EPA Clean School Bus Program.
They're projected to save us over $10,000 a year in fuel cost, and so we're excited about that possibility, but then also adding more of the EV buses to our fleet in the future.
And Integrity Energy Partners helped to drive the project home.
It feels great, to bring something successfully to fruition for them, especially after it took so long.
No clouds, no smoke, just clean air and quieter stops.
We're going to see some really smiley, hopefully peaceful kids coming off on these buses.
So you just plug it in. Simple as that.
In Farmington, covering news where you live, Lauren Spencer, 5 News.
The superintendent says Farmington's solar array program has already saved the district hundreds of thousands of dollars. In fact, enough to give staff certified and retention bonuses each year. Well, the city of Cave Springs now working on a new downtown master plan. City leaders say the focus is on balancing growth while preserving the small town character. Plan includes redesigning Main Street, adding green spaces, expanding trails, and improving housing options. A grant from the Urban Land Institute of Northwest Arkansas will help hire consultants and then turn the plan into reality.
Anything that develops or anything that we do down here, or private developers do, it holds to the feel and the core of what Cave Springs always has been.
That master plan has also been recognized as Plan of the Year by the Arkansas chapter of the American Planning Association. We are less than 25 hours away now from a deadline for lawmakers to reach a deal to avoid a government shutdown. The president met with congressional leaders today in hopes of reaching a deal, but both sides say no progress was made. Erica Brown has the latest now from the White House.
President Trump met with Republican and Democratic congressional leaders at the White House Monday in a last-ditch effort to avert a looming government shutdown. Democratic leaders say it's now up to the president to find a solution.
But it's now in the president's hands. He can avoid a shutdown if he gets the Republican leaders to go along with what we want.
At issue, health care. Democrats are pushing for a spending bill that includes an extension of Affordable Care Act tax credits and rolls back Medicaid funding cuts.
Democrats are fighting to protect the health care of the American people. And we are not going to support a partisan Republican spending bill that continues to gut the health care of everyday Americans. Period. Full stop.
Republicans say the demands are unreasonable and want to pass a short-term spending bill that would fund the government until mid-November, negotiating demands with Democrats on health care at a later time.
You don't put a gun to the American people's head and say, unless you do exactly what Senate and House Democrats want you to do, we're going to shut down your government. That's exactly what they're proposing out there.
If Congress doesn't get something to President Trump to sign by Tuesday night, the government faces a temporary shutdown and thousands of federal workers could be furloughed. A shutdown could lead to delays in Social Security checks in some veterans services, along with closures of national parks and museums.
But we're going to see, but the radical left Democrats want to shut it down.
President Trump has repeatedly blamed Democrats for the stalemate, and the White House has threatened mass firings at federal agencies if no deal is reached. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Members of the military, law enforcement, TSA agents, and air traffic controllers are among those who will have to continue to work without pay in the event of a shutdown. Social Security payments to senior citizens and other Americans expected to continue through any shutdown, but recipients could have to wait longer to learn how much monthly payments will increase next year. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu paid a visit to the White House today, holding talks with the president about a U.S. plan to end the war in Gaza. The 20-point plan would satisfy many of the preconditions put forth by the Israeli leader. Qatar and Egypt have already presented the proposal to Hamas negotiators, who are now reviewing it in good faith. After the meeting with the president, Netanyahu said he's on board with the president's plan.
I support your plan to end the war in Gaza, which achieves our war aims. It will bring back to Israel all our hostages, dismantle Hamas's military capabilities, end its political rule, and ensure that Gaza never again poses a threat to Israel.
The president said if Hamas rejects this latest offer, the U.S. would stand behind Israel in its next steps. Saudi Arabia and the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, are teaming up to buy video game company Electronic Arts. The deal expected to be about $55 billion, making it the largest leveraged buyout in history. The move would take the company private. Now, the deal is not expected to close in the first quarter in fiscal 27. Electronic Arts is behind some of the world's best-selling video game franchises, including Madden, NFL Football, The Sims, and several Star Wars games.